quiz will begin at 8 p.m. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. We'll be getting underway very, very shortly. Thank you for tuning in to Pub Quiz Streams. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pub Quiz Streams. We've had an absolutely phenomenal turnout again today. So far, according to my data, we have 99 different teams and 313 people playing. Just make sure that you can all get on okay and you're all logged on. We're going to give it another 5 minutes before we kick off. If you do have any problems, you can't remember your secret phrase to enter your answers and your team name, then do either just drop us a tweet at Pub Quiz Streams or give us a bell on hello at sociallydistant.pub. That's at Pub Quiz Streams or hello at sociallydistant.pub. If you can use the Twitter, it's easy enough. We'll get going properly in about 5 minutes' time. See you all then. Grab a drink. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you're ready. It's Friday night and it's time for Pub Quiz Streams. Hello everybody. Thank you for indulging me in my ridiculously stupid welcome, but that's what happens when you put some curtains up in the middle of your office. Thank you all for playing the pub quiz tonight. Like I said before, we've had an absolutely incredible turnout tonight. So we have 101 teams registered, which is our highest amount ever. I know it's only out of 3, but we got 93 teams before, so that's absolutely incredible to us. So thank you for coming. So welcome to the Panic Shopper, your new local boozer in these lockdown times. We are the only pub that is still open in the era of social distancing. God, this script. So, like I said, thank you all for playing. If you are watching us on YouTube, hello. If you're watching us on the site, now is a really good time to refresh your page. If you're on sociallydistant.pub, when you refresh, you should see the answers. The answer sheet come up now for the first round, and you're able to find your team. So once you've found your team, there is an option there to put in your team secret. That is just the phrase that you selected when you do. Once you've done that once, you should stay logged in throughout the quiz now. That's another improvement we made. So, welcome to the quiz. The way this works is really simple. You fill out your answers online. We'll read you out the questions here. There are 5 rounds of 10 questions. Hopefully, unlike our first quiz, there will not be a double tiebreaker because that was really stressful. Maximum team size is 4. So if you do have a team of 16 hiding in there, make 4 teams. It's fine. You've still got time. So do that now. So one of your team members is going to be the lead question inputter. So effectively the team captain, or the person that's got the neatest handwriting that gets to hold the pen. Obviously they've got a really important job. But they'll be the person that logs in on sociallydistant.pub to put your answers in. If you haven't already, get a group chat with your team started. That's going to be how you discuss all of your answers. Simple as that, really. You can also watch the live stream directly on YouTube. So if you haven't already got the link, ask your team captain. They should have had it emailed to them. Otherwise, you can get to it through the website. So remember, once you put in your answers, remember to click submit. We had a couple of problems with that before. So once you filled out the round, please do submit your answers. And remember, please remain 2 meters apart at all times from anyone not in your immediate household. It's as simple as that. Apart from that, it just works like a completely normal pub quiz. So we're really privileged to have both of our previous winners, the COVIDiots, and it's not a drinking problem, it's social distancing among our 101 teams today. But of course, Deportivo La Coronavirus, who have come a really close second and third, at both times now, they're also playing. So it's all to play for. We've been working all this week for those of you that return to make the quiz better. We've changed the way that we mark answers, so hopefully that should be a lot smoother. We've changed the way that you log in, and we've just tried to change everything, really, just to make it even better for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy it. So we've also gone and got ourselves a raffle. So thank you to everyone that donated last time. All those donations really are appreciated, and they help us run the quiz. So that's Chris Walker, Luke Ferris, Gary Christian, Jessica Winnan, the Lodskis, Emily Hyde, Joseph Steele and Alan Kanecki. Thank you all for your donations last week. You have helped put the quiz on this week, which is a brilliant feeling for us as well. If you want to donate or play the raffle, all the proceeds from the raffle go straight back into the site. We're not taking any of it at all ourselves. Just go to the store on sociallydistant.pub. Should be near the top there. Do it a bit later. We'll call out the winner of the raffle. £25 prize. It's not too bad. At about probably after the 4th round. So please do that. There's an option to donate on the store as well, and also an option to buy tickets to Dave's dodgy raffle, or whatever we decided to call it. So a couple of quick shout outs. Hello to the Marlins up in the north from your lovely son Josh. I know he's lovely because I used to live with him. And happy birthday to Lily Grace. Apparently you are free today. If there's any swearing, just cover her ears. It's fine. It'll all be fine. So, I think it's about time that we got on with the quiz. So, if you haven't already, please do refresh your pages. And we will be back in about 2 minutes to start the quiz. Sorry for the ever so slight delay there. I lost all of the quiz questions. Nothing, it happens. But luckily we found them again now. So round one is called Monkeying About. So they're all, as you can imagine, related to animals in some way. It's an animal round. Who doesn't love that? So for the first question in round one, here we go. Question one. What is the collective noun for a group of flamingos? That's question one. What is the collective noun for a group of flamingos? Question two. Which type of animal has the longest tongue in relation to its body size? That's question two. Which type of animal has the longest tongue in relation to its body size? We're just looking for species there. You don't need to be too specific. Question three. What is the only continent in the world that does not have native ants? That's question three. What is the only continent in the world that does not have native ants? Question four. What animal shares its name with one of the 7 deadly sins? That's question four. What animal shares its name with one of the 7 deadly sins? Question 5. What type of teeth are an elephant's tusks? That's question 5. What type of teeth are an elephant's tusks? And question number 6. Which adorable little fella has the scientific name Ailurus fulgens? That's question 6. Which adorable little fella has the scientific name Ailurus fulgens? That's spelled Ailurus. Question 7. Which band had hits including Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood and It's My Life? That's question 7. Which band had hits including Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood and It's My Life? Question 8. What is the name given to a chicken specifically raised for meat production? That's question 8. What is the name of a chicken given? What is the name of a chicken specifically raised for meat production? Question 9. Which animal has the largest penis? Just size, not in relation to its size, just a massive wang. That's question 9. Which animal has the largest penis? And finally, question number 10. There are 3 animals that can breathe through their anus. Name one of them. That's question 10. There are 3 animals that can breathe through their anus. Name one of them. Okay, I'm going to quickly run through those questions again for you. So that's question 1, what is the collective noun for a group of flamingos? Question 2, which type of animal has the longest tongue in relation to its body size? Question 3, what is the only continent in the world that does not have native ants? And question 4, what animal shares its name with one of the 7 deadly sins? Question 5, what type of teeth are an elephant's tusks? And question 6, which adorable little fella has the scientific name Ailurus fulgens? Question 7, which band had hits including Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood and It's My Life? And question 8, what is the name given to a chicken specifically raised for meat production? Question 9, which animal has the largest penis? And question 10, there are 3 animals that can breathe through their anus. Name one of them. Right, for those of you that are new, the way this works now is we take a little bit of a break. You grab yourself a beer, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a nice cup of tea, grab yourself some milk. I love a glass of milk, who doesn't? We're going to go ahead and mark the questions. You've got a minute or 2 just to get them in, so don't worry too much if you're struggling on a few, but do get them in as quick as you can, and that means we can start the quiz again in hopefully about 5 or 10 minutes time. So coming up next is going to be the movies round, so prepare those theatrical minds for you. But do submit your answers. Any problems, give us a shout at the email or give us a tweet at that address below, and we'll see you again in 5 minutes time. We know a few of you are having trouble submitting answers. Don't panic, we are working on it. Just hold off for another 30 seconds or so before you submit. In case any of you have had trouble submitting your answers, we have put the questions up again. If you need to resubmit them, head to our Twitter at PubQuizStreams, and the questions for round one are up on there. So if you have had trouble submitting your answers, don't worry, we'll try and get them to you as quick as we can. I might try and get them on the screen now. Give us a minute. Okay, we're getting all your answers in. Keep them coming. We'll be back with you very shortly. Any problems, you've forgotten your answer, you've forgotten your password, anything like that, just let us know on the Twitter. Hi everyone, thanks for bearing with us. As always, a couple of teething problems. Might have something to do with the fact that there's 107 teams bombarding our servers at the moment. So we've asked for a little bit of extra computer juice. So hopefully that should fix it. There was a slight issue with question 10, so everyone doesn't get it. That's fine though, isn't it? It's all good. So we're going to go on to round 2 now. So again, shout out to Michael and Leanne in Newcastle. And again, all those people that are sending in questions, please do send them in through the Twitter and follow us so we can DM you if there are any issues. But I think it's all good. But yeah, do send us any questions if you need to. But yeah, until then, I'm going to ask you some questions. So round 2 is all about movies. We've called it movies because there might be one question about a cow in there as well. There is. I checked. So, round 2, question number 1. If you haven't, please do refresh your pages. That should bring up the answer sheets for you to put your things in for round 2. God, talking's hard. Hopefully that'll make it better. So, refresh if you haven't done. And now we're going to move straight on to round 2, the movies round. So, question 1. What's the name of the 2006 film directed by Frank Coraci, centred around an overworked architect who finds a novel way to use his time? That's question 2. What's the name of a 2006 film directed by Frank Coraci, who centres around an overworked architect who finds a novel way to use his time? Question 2. Tokyo Drift was the third movie in the Fast and Furious franchise. But where does it sit in chronological terms in relation to the 8 main films? That's question 2. Tokyo Drift was the third movie released in the Fast and Furious franchise. But where does it sit chronologically? Question 3. What is the highest grossing film series of all time with over 23 films in the series? That's question 3. What is the highest grossing film series of all time with over 23 films in the series? Question 4. There are 36 movies that have scored a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. One actor appears in big roles in 4 of the terrible movies. Which actor? That's question 4. There are 36 movies that have scored a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. One actor appears in 4 of those movies. Who is it? Question 5. Avatar was noted in 2009 when it was released for its amazing graphics and everything else about it being complete and utter shit. But how many films has James Cameron planned there to be in the Avatar series? That's question 5. Avatar is shit, But how many films has James Cameron planned there to be in the Avatar series? Question 6. Named after a famous samurai, in the Kill Bill films, who creates the Japanese katana for the lead character? That's question 6. Named after a famous samurai, in the Kill Bill films, who creates the Japanese katana for the lead character? Question 7. Which actor has featured in every Wes Anderson film with the exception of his debut Bottle Rocket? That's question 7. Which actor has featured in every Wes Anderson film with the exception of his debut Bottle Rocket? Question number 8. The 2014 drama Whiplash, featuring Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons, is named after a jazz piece, Whiplash. But who composed Whiplash? That's question 8. The 2014 drama Whiplash, featuring Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons, is named after the jazz piece, Whiplash. But who composed it? Question 9. Which 2018 film starring Nicolas Cage saw the national treasure hacking people to death in various ways after having a little bit of LSD? That's question number 9. Which 2018 film starring Nicolas Cage saw the national treasure hacking people to death in various ways after having just a little bit of LSD? And finally, question number 10 of the movies round. Researchers at the University of Leicester found that playing music to cows increased their milk production by 3%. Which band got their udders shooting milk the most? That's question 10. Researchers at the University of Leicester found that playing music to cows increased their milk production by 3%. Which band got their udders shooting the milk the most? And we're going to very quickly run through all of those questions again for round 2. So that question 1 was, what's the name of the 2006 film directed by Frank Coraci that centred around an overworked architect who finds a novel way to use his time? Question 2 was, Tokyo Drift is the third movie in the Fast and Furious franchise, but where does it sit in terms of the chronology of the 8 main films? Question 3, which is the highest grossing film series of all time? And question 4, there are 36 movies that have scored a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. One actor appears in 4 of them. Who is it? Question 5, how many films has James Cameron planned there to be in the Avatar series? And question 6, name the famous Japanese samurai who... named after a famous samurai in the Kill Bill films, who creates the Japanese katana for the lead character? Question 7. Which actor was featured in every Wes Anderson film with the exception of his debut Bottle Rocket? And question 8. The 2014 film Whiplash is named after a jazz piece, but who composed it? Question 9. Which film starring National Treasure Nicolas Cage did he start hacking people to death in various ways after a bit of drugs? And question 10. Researchers found that playing music to cows can increase their milk production by 3%, but which band got 'em milking the most? So hopefully you've got all of those answers. Even if you haven't, give it a good go. It's all part of the fun. Do keep tweeting us your photos at Pub Quiz Streams. Tag us in your Instagram stories where we'll post it. We'll probably get some of them up on the screen as well after the second round, hopefully. Well, after the third round now. Takes a bit of doing, but that's what we're here to do. So do keep sending us your pictures. We love seeing them. It's great fun. There's a particularly good one on our Twitter at the moment about people's reactions to animals breathing through their anuses. It's great. We're going to go ahead and try and mark those questions for you as quickly as we can. Do keep tweeting us, keep Instagramming us, and we'll be back in hopefully only about 5 or 10 minutes for round 3, which is cancel culture. So, welcome everybody. Like I said, we're doing our best to mark your answers. It's not just me involved in this, however. So, any of you that have got problems, you'll be talking to Dave here. Give us a wave, Dave. There we go. Now, Dave, you've got some exciting new features that you want to tell everybody about while we're marking their answers.
for its chance. Um, if you have a look on the page, the main page of the website, now there's a few extra buttons that we've got compared to last week. Rather than just having Lighty read out the answers, you can now click on your score, and it will give you a report card of all of your submitted questions and how you're getting on. If you get it wrong, it'll even tell you what you should have put. And then it wouldn't be a quiz without knowing who's the winner. So we've also got a leaderboard. So if you go ahead and click on the leaderboard, it gives you a round-by-round summary of how you're doing. You might notice that round 1 is out of 9. It's because we lost one of the questions.
Sorry.
It happens.
It does.
Thanks to all of you who are sending in and buying raffle tickets. We're getting loads and loads of them. We'll be doing a draw a little later in the evening.
We will, and you'll be back for that, won't you, Dave?
I can't wait for it.
Can't wait. Well, Dave's also going to run through some of the more amusing answers that you guys have given us over the quiz between the rounds. Until then, we're going to go ahead and mark round 2. We'll be back very shortly. Until then, bye from Dave. Sorry. Thank you everyone for waiting. As you can see, I've put Dave back in his place where he should be. We're going to move on to round 3 now, which is all about cancel culture. So this is a round all about things that have been cancelled because of La Corona. So fingers crossed. Good luck, everybody. Remember, you can look at the...
Thank you.
No. Sorry. Oh dear. I started coming through my own speakers there. That's never good. Remember, you can look at your scorecards on the website now, and you can also check out leaderboards. We'll do a full run through the answers to all the questions as well. For those of you that have a burning desire to work out what animals do breathe through their anus. And unlike one of you that put it down, though, it's not Carol Baskin. So, on to round 3, cancel culture. So, question number 1. The Olympics and the Paralympics have been pushed back from 2020 to 2021. But when was the first Paralympics held? That's question 1. The Olympics and the Paralympics have been pushed back to 2021, but when was the first Paralympics held? Question 2. Coronavirus has hit all aspects of the entertainment industry. Which cheeky Finn, who got big in South Korea, had to push back their tour of North America because of coronavirus? That's question 2. Coronavirus has hit all aspects of the entertainment industry. Which cheeky Finn, who got big in South Korea, had to push back their tour of North America due to coronavirus? Question number 3. Glastonbury has been postponed until 2021. Paul McCartney, Taylor Swift, and who else was meant to headline this year's festival? That's question 3. Glastonbury's been postponed. Paul McCartney, Taylor Swift, and who else were meant to headline this year's festival? Question 4. Radio 1's Big Weekend had the plug pulled on it this week. But which Scottish city was it due to take place in? That's question 4. Radio 1's Big Weekend has sadly had the plug pulled on it. But which Scottish city was it due to take place in? Question 5. Which medical organisation share their name with a British band who've cancelled their upcoming tour? That's question 5. Which medical organisation share their name with a British band who've cancelled their upcoming tour? Question 6. Record Store Day, which celebrates independent record labels, stores and musicians, has been pushed back to the end of June. But what month does it normally take place in? That's question 6. Record Store Day has been pushed back to the end of June. But what month does it normally take place in? Question 7. The famous Cannes Film Festival has been cancelled due to the old virus, but which movie will now remain the most recent recipient of the prestigious Palme d'Or or Golden Palm? That's question 7. The famous Cannes Film Festival has been cancelled due to the old virus, but which movie will now remain the most recent recipient of the prestigious Palme d'Or or Golden Palm? Question 8. South by Southwest is one of the premier arts festivals that takes place in America. But which US city does it normally take place in? If it hadn't been cancelled again. That's question 8. South by Southwest is one of the premier arts festivals that takes place in America. But which US city does it take place in? Question 9. The Premier League has now been suspended for almost 4 weeks. Name either of the sides to play on the 9th of March. That's question 9. The Premier League has now been suspended for almost 4 weeks. Name either of the sides due to play on the 9th of March. And finally, for this round, question 10. Eurovision was meant to take place in Rotterdam this year, with the finals taking place on the Saturday after 2 semi-finals. But how many countries get an automatic pass to the Eurovision final without having to perform and progress through the semi-finals? That's question 10. How many countries get an automatic pass through Eurovision to the final without having to perform and progress through the semis? Going to run through those questions once more very quickly before we get on to marking them. So question 1, the Olympics and the Paralympics have been pushed back, but when was the first Paralympics held? Question number 2, which cheeky Finn got big in South Korea and had to push back their tour of North America due to coronavirus? Question number 3, Paul McCartney, Taylor Swift and who else were meant to headline this year's Glastonbury Festival? And question 4, which Scottish city was Radio 1's big weekend due to take place in? Question 5, which medical organisations share their name with a British band who've cancelled their upcoming tour? And question 6, Record Store Day normally takes place in June. Record Store Day has been pushed back to the end of June, but what month does it normally take place in? Question 7, the famous Cannes Film Festival has also been cancelled, but which movie will now remain the most recent recipient of the Palme d'Or or Golden Palm? And question 8, South by Southwest normally takes place in which American city? Question 9, the Premier League has now been suspended. Name either of the sides that played on the 9th of March. And question 10, how many countries get an automatic pass to the Eurovision final without having to perform and progress through the semis? Hopefully that's as simple as that. Keep sending us your pictures. We're going to try and get the best ones up on the stream now while we mark the questions. Thank you everyone for playing. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. We promised you pictures, and here we go. So look, we got some lovely pictures that you sent in. I think that's Team Disney something. Hi, Jess, and Joe Exotic hiding in the background. I bet he's not happy that Carol Baskin's playing. That looks like a pretty good setup to me, doesn't it? Well done, Fram. Yeah, so you remember that earlier I said there was a reaction photo to the anus question? There it is. Oh, look at that. Who's in there? Oh, I think that's like Lauren and George and... Oh, that's Hannah. She's in the... Oh, it really wants us to look at this photo, doesn't it? Remember, if you send in your photos to... Oh, who's that handsome gentleman there? He's good looking, isn't he? That's all right. Yeah, remember, send in your photos. We'll get them on the screen. I'll try and make it playback. Not all of the repeats. Don't really know what it's doing. Hi there. Right, so in case you haven't already, please do sign up and get some tickets for our raffle. It's a £25 prize. Anyone can play on it. Just go to sociallydistant.pub. You'll see a link on the top there to raffle tickets. Buy a raffle ticket. We're going to announce the winner to the raffle just before we start round 5. So this is your last chance now to get your raffle tickets in. Do get them in because it's actual money you can win, and we have had people as well. So thank you to everyone that has played. Any excess, like we said, will come in, and it will count for, which is The Hills Are Alive. Very simply, this is a music round. One of the better ones as well, if you ask me. So, the first question of round 4. Question 1. Who sang backing vocals and produced Lou Reed's hit Satellite of Love? That's question number 1. Who sang backing vocals and produced Lou Reed's hit Satellite of Love? Question 2. Which Duran Duran music video got very quickly banned from the BBC and had to be heavily edited for performance elsewhere due to its nudity and depictions of BDSM? That's question 2. Which Duran Duran music video got very quickly banned from the BBC and had to be very heavily edited for performance elsewhere due to its nudity and graphic depictions of BDSM? Question 3. We all know that Bob Geldof took most of the credit, but who is the primary songwriter associated with the Band-Aid hit Do They Know It's Christmas? That's question number 3. We all know that Bob Geldof took most of the credit, but who is the primary songwriter associated with the Band-Aid hit Do They Know It's Christmas? Question 4. Which former Jedi Knight had hit albums including Revelation and The Omens of Death? That's question 4. Which former Jedi Knight had hit albums including Revelation and The Omens of Death? Question 5. Whose only 3 albums that are all UK number 1s add together to make 65? That's question 5. Whose only 3 albums, which are all UK number 1s, add together to make 65? Question 6. Which red-headed pop star released their third album, Supervision, this year? That's question 6. Which red-headed pop star released their third album, Supervision, this year? Question 7. And it's a lyrics question. So I'll try and say this as beautifully as I can. Beautiful dawn lights up the shore for me. There's nothing else in the world I'd rather wake up and see. Are the opening lyrics to which 2005 album? We're looking for the album here, not the song. So that's question 7. Beautiful dawn lights up the shore for me. There's nothing else in the world I'd rather wake up and see than you. Are the opening lyrics to which 2005 album? Question 8. Elvi, Lunzendorf and Big Red Machine all contain members of which other alternative rock sad band? That's question 8. Elvi, Lunzendorf and Big Red Machine all contain members of which other alt rock band? Question 9. Wonderful Wonderful is the name of the fifth album by which band? That's question 9. Wonderful Wonderful is the name of the fifth album by which band? And finally, question number 10. In The Hills Are Alive. Who played the harmonica on the Eurythmics hit There Must Be an Angel? That's question 10. Who played the harmonica on the Eurythmics hit There Must Be an Angel? La da dee da 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 da. Hopefully that might help you remember the song. Now I'm going to very quickly run through all of those questions again. So that was question 1. Who sang the backing vocals and produced Lou Reed's hit Satellite of Love? Bum, bum, bum. They go like that. Question number 2. Which Duran Duran music video got quickly banned from the BBC? Question 3. We all know that Bob Geldof took the credit, but who's the other primary songwriter associated with the Band-Aid hit Do They Know It's Christmas? Question 4. Which former Jedi Knight had hit albums including Revelation and The Omens of Death? And question 5. Whose only 3 albums add together to make the number 65? Question 6. Which red-headed pop star released their third album Supervision this year? And question 7. Beautiful dawn lights up the shore for me. There's nothing else in the world I'd rather wake up and see than you are the opening lyrics to which 2005 album? Question 8. Elvi, Lunzendorf and Big Red Machine all contain members of which other alternative rock band? And question 9. Wonderful Wonderful is the name of the fifth album by which band? Finally, question 10. Who played harmonica on the Eurythmics hit There Must Be an angel. So remember, guys, this is your last chance to get raffle tickets for tonight. It's not your last chance to donate to us if you think we've been worth a couple of quid. Like I said, we do put everything back into running the quiz and the servers and the magic computers and all the things that I don't really understand how they work. But hey, we're here, and most of it works most of the time. Remember, do keep if you have had any problems with your scoring and your marking, do let us know. We are trying to work through that as we go through. But yes, remember, last time to get your raffle tickets. So at the top of the website, is that what you call them these days? There is an option that says raffle tickets there. You'll find the store. We're going to be drawing an answer and looking through some of the more amusing, shall we say, quiz answers that we have got. Oh, no. Where have I gone? Don't need that just yet. So yeah, we're going to be looking through that and some of the more amusing answers before we kick off our final round, which is round 5. So do get your questions in. Thank you all for playing. Get your raffle tickets, and we're going to draw a winner very, very soon. We'll see you all in a bit once we've marked this round. Thank you for everyone that's bought them so far. This is your final call to buy some raffle tickets. We're going to do the draw in a minute or two once Dave gets back from having a wee. We've all got to go, haven't we? So remember, go onto the website, hit raffle tickets somewhere. I don't even know anymore. Once Dave gets back from a wee, we're going to draw the raffle. And one of you is going to win 25 quid. How great is that? So your last chance. Thank you for everyone that's bought them so far. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Right, everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I have Dave virtually sat next to me again, wearing two beautiful Hawaiian shirts, apparently. No one needs to see that. So, Dave, what have you got to tell us? I take it you've been collecting some of the more important and interesting quiz answers from our time.
I've been looking down the list of wrong answers, which is always far better than real answers. We can find out such interesting facts as the BBC banned Pornhub in the late 80s. Films that people thought, or actors people thought were in bad films.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, more popular than the correct answer. 31 people thought James Bond was the highest grossing film series of all time.
Of course it was.
It was the Marvel Comic Universe.
It was.
We're just about to take the last raffle ticket orders now. We're ready for the draw.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, Dave, do you need some kind of like virtual drum roll to do the raffle draw?
Have you got one lined up? It's the kind of thing you would have done like this.
It's not. I do have my big trumpet, but I feel like nobody needs that.
You keep the big trumpet to yourself.
I will. Right, are we ready with that raffle draw?
We're ready with it. We've got a total of 114 tickets for tonight. Thank you, everybody.
114?
A lot of tickets, more than we expected to sell.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you to everyone. As we said, every penny of that goes back into making this quiz better. And maybe there's going to be a prize for the quiz next week at this rate.
Ooh.
We'll see. Right, Dave, would you please do the honours and tell us who has won that beautiful £25 prize?
Oh, okay, that's not good. The winner of Dodgy Dave's Quizzy Rascal is Leslie Price.
Leslie Price. Congratulations, you've just won £25 on Dodgy Dave's Quizzy raffle.
Yep, we'll send you an email soon and arrange how to get the money to you.
Cool.
Again,
well,
thanks to everyone who played, and we hope to do this again next week.
Hope so. And maybe next week I won't have Dave with a clothes hanger of my shirt holding him on a microphone stand for a Bluetooth speaker. But if it works, right?
It works.
It works. Right, we'll see you later, Dave.
See you guys.
Bye. And there we go. Just like that, Dodgy Dave has gone. So again, you can go over there. Go on. Off you go. Don't need you anymore. So again, well done to Leslie Price, the winner of our first raffle. Again, thank you to absolutely everybody that played. Really grateful for that. That does help us keep the site going and it helps us keep playing. And you know what? It's brilliant. We will come back next week now because we have enough to keep the servers going. So thank you to everyone so far. I'm going to take a quick little look at the leaderboard. Which if you haven't done already, you can as well. Deportivo La Coronavirus have just taken a very last minute lead after their questions didn't come through, but now they have. But it's very, very, very close at the top of this leaderboard. So we're 25 out of a possible 33 so far. I'll ask Dave. It's Deportivo La Coronavirus in second place on 24 points. It's not a drinking problem, it's social distancing. There does appear to be a slight problem with the round 4 has only been marked out of 4. Dave's going to be on it. We'll come back to that leaderboard, but well done to our top teams at the moment. So fond memories of the clap, Nigel, Trudy, Lou and Robert, you're doing really well. Quarantine and the Waves, Kerry and Chris also really up there on 23 points at the moment. The Flu Man group, Quiz Akabusi, Creatively Challenged, Gin will Fix It, not doing bad. There's some really good scores coming through this week. Really impressive. We'll just make sure they're all right before we head on to our final scores. But again, thank you to everyone that played. If you do want to donate to help us keep the site running and help us keep these quizzes going, you can do at the raffle tickets page. There is an option for a donation there. Thank you to everyone that has done that. And again, we'll give you a shout out when we can. So, round 5 is What's the Link? The reason why there's only four things is because Dave has only actually marked a few bits of them. So I'm just going to double check that we are ready to go on round 5. Remember, if you can't see the answer sheet, refresh your page. Now is the time to do it. Right, so round 5 is a links round. So the last question is going to be a find the connection between the answers. This is one of the tougher ones, I think. But fingers crossed you'll get it. So, question number 1. What animal would you associate with the town of Pamplona? That's question 1. What animal would you associate with the town of Pamplona? Question 2. What is the most northerly island in the Inner Hebrides? That's question 2. What is the most northerly island in the Inner Hebrides? Question 3. In what county is Alton Towers theme park? That's question 3. In what county is Alton Towers theme park? Question 4, and I know there's at least one team that are definitely going to get this one right. Who recorded the official song of the 2014 World Cup? That's question 4. Who recorded the official song of the 2014 World Cup? Question 5. What is the nickname of Huddersfield Town? The football club, I imagine. That's question 5. What is the nickname of Huddersfield Town? Question 6. Apart from being bands, what do Catfish and the Bottlemen, Feeder, and Goldie Looking Chain have in common? That's question 6. Apart from being bands, what do Catfish and the Bottlemen, Feeder, and Goldie Looking Chain have in common? Question 7. What is the surname of the current chair of the Health and Social Care Select Committee? That's question 7. What is the surname of the current chair of the Health and Social Care Committee? Question number 8. Who was the 26th President of the United States of America? That's question number 8. Who was the 26th President of the United States of America? Question 9. What language was spoken across England and some southern parts of Scotland in the Middle Ages? That's question 9. What language was spoken across England and some southern parts of Scotland in the Middle Ages? And finally, question 10. What's the connection between all of those answers? That's question 10. What's the connection between all the answers for round 5? I'm going to run through those very, very quickly again. So question number 1, what animal would you associate with the town of Pamplona? Question 2, what's the most northerly island in the Inner Hebrides? Question 3, in what county is Alton Towers theme park? And question 4, who recorded the official song of the 2014 World Cup? Question 5, what's the nickname of Huddersfield Town? And question 6, apart from being bands, what do Catfish and the Bottlemen, Feeder and Goldie Looking Chain have in common? Question 7, what's the surname of the current chair of the Health and Social Care Select Committee? And question 8, who was the 26th President of the United States of America? Question 9, what language was spoken across England and some southern parts of Scotland in the Middle Ages? And question 10, what is the connection? Now, for the final time, we're going to go away and we're going to mark your answers before we'll be able to tell you who's won the quiz. Again, very tight at the top there. I've just had another glance at the leaderboard and there are currently 2 teams on 30. It's the old favourites Deportivo La Coronavirus. It's not a drinking problem, it's social distancing. Last time's winners that are right up there at the top, and we've got teams on 29 and 28 as well. It's all to play for, basically. Let's see how this last round goes. So thank you all for playing. We'll be back in a little bit with the final I've had too many beers for this, really, but that's just like a normal pub quiz, isn't it? It normalises it. Who cares if you're getting pissed in your own office on a Friday night by yourself? Apparently that's fine these days. So do get those answers in. We'll be back very shortly. Again, thank you all to the people that played the raffle and the people that donated as well. And we'll see you very shortly with the final leaderboard. See you soon. Hello, welcome back for the final time. We're in the process of marking the last round. No peeking at the leaderboard. We'll tell you who's won right after this. But first, we're going to run through the answers very quickly to the entire quiz because we always forget to do that. So question 1, the collective noun for a group of flamingos is a flamboyance. Question 2 of round 1, the animal which has the longest tongue in relation to its body size is the bat or the nectar bat. Question 3, ironically, the only continent without ants is Antarctica, despite having ant in the name. Question 4, the animal that shares its name with one of the deadly sins is the sloth. And question 5, the teeth that are on an elephant's tusks are incisors. Question 6, the little fellow with the scientific name that I can't pronounce after this many beers is the red panda. And question 7, the band that had the hits including Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood and It's My Life with the Animals. Question 7, the chicken name, a chicken specifically made for meat production, is a broiler chicken. And question 9, the animal with the largest penis ever is the blue whale. Question 10, the one that you've all eagerly been waiting for. There are 3 animals that can breathe through their anus. The sea cucumber, Fitzroy river turtle, and it's the low dragonfly nymph. Question 1 of round 2, the film directed by Frank Coraci that centres around an overworked architect was Click. And question number 2, Tokyo Drift was released third in the Fast and Furious franchise, but actually it's the 6th film in the whole thing. Why not? Basically, they decided they liked Han a bit too much, so they brought him back from the dead. Question 3, the highest grossing film series of all time is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And question 4, it was John Travolta who has actually appeared in the worst, 4 of the worst movies ever, including the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive. Question 4, Avatar is still shit, and there are going to be 4 shit Avatar films, sadly. Question number 6, I can't even count anymore. Question number 6, the samurai who creates the katana was Hattori Hanzo. And question 7, the actor that's featured in every Wes Anderson film was Bill Murray. Question number 8, Hank Levy composed Whiplash. And question 9, the film that starred Nicolas Cage having a load of drugs and killing everyone was Mandy. And question 10, if you want to get cows milking 3% more than they did, you need to play them some REM. Question 1 of round 3, the first Paralympics were held in 1960. And question 2, the cheeky Finn who got big in South Korea, who had to cancel their North American tour, was Baby Shark. Not Finnish. Question 3, the final Glastonbury headliner was Kendrick Lamar. And question number 4, Radio 1's Big Weekend was meant to be in Dundee this year. Question 5, the medical organisation that shared the name of a British band were The Who. And question 6, Record Store Day is meant to be in April. Question 7, that film, the most recent recipient of the Palme d'Or, was Parasite. And question number 8, South by Southwest was meant to take place in Austin, Texas. Question 9, the Premier League has been suspended, but you could have either said that Leicester City or Aston Villa played on the 9th of March. And question 10, there are actually 6 countries that are allowed to pass through straight to the final. Of course, the UK is one of them. Australia aren't. On to round 4, the music round now. It was David Bowie that did the bom bom bombs in Lou Reed's Satellite of Love and also produced the entire album. It's great, by the way. Question 2, it was Duran Duran's Girl on Films with the ice cubes on the nipples that got it banned from the BBC. Question 3, it was Midge Ure that also co-wrote Do They Know It's Christmas. And question 4, the former Jedi Knight, most recently a Sith and also kind of dead, that released the albums Revelation and The Omens of Death was Christopher Lee. Question 5, whose 3 albums add up to 65 is of course Adele. And question 6, the red-headed pop star that released a 3rd album this year was LaRue. Question 7, beautiful light, beautiful dawn lights up the shore for me. There is nothing else in the world I'd rather wake up and see than you. Is of course the opening lyrics to High by James Blunt from the album Back to Bedlam. Question number 8. Elvi, Lunsendorf and Big Red Machine are all side projects of the band The National. And question 9. Wonderful Wonderful was the name of the 5th album by The Killers. Question 10. That really, I think this stumped a lot of people, but the person that played the harmonica on the Eurythmics There Must Be an Angel was none other than the one and only Stevie Wonder. Now, the final question. Remember, no peeking at that leaderboard just yet. So question 1, the animal that you would associate with the town of Pamplona was the bull. It's where you do bull running and like running away from big bulls. Everyone loves big bulls, right? Question 2 of round 5. The most northerly island in the Hebrides is the Isle of Skye. Skye. That's better. Question 3, Alton Towers is in Staffordshire. And question 4, it was Pitbull himself who recorded the official song of the 2014 World Cup. Question 5, the nickname of Huddersfield Town is the Terriers. And question 6, apart from being bands, Catfish and the Bottle and Feeder and Goldie Looking Chain are all Welsh. Question 7, the surname of the current chair of the Health and Social Care Select Committee is also the former Secretary of State for the Department of Health. It's Jeremy Hunt. And question 8, the 26th President of the United States was Teddy Roosevelt. Question 9, the language spoken across England in the Middle Ages was Old English. And the connection, they are all dogs, or breeds of dogs. Very specifically, they are all terriers. So you could have had the Bull Terrier, the Skye Terrier, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, the Pit Bull Terrier, the Terriers. Terrier, makes sense, right? The Welsh Terrier, the Hunt Terrier, the Teddy Roosevelt Terrier, or, of course, the Old English Terrier. So now that brings us on to our final leaderboard for the night. And there is only 1 point in it. And it's the returning winners. It's not a drinking problem. It's social distancing at the top. Well done, Lance Maria, Lauren and Flan. Hard luck to Deportivo La Coronavirus in second place on 38 points. You were just one off. If you got one more, if you'd just known Teddy Roosevelt on that last round, you would have been okay. Now, let's look at the other end of the leaderboard because, let's be honest, that's where there's more fun. King Quizzard the Wizard Lizard, 9 points. Not too bad. Bruce Ringsting and his Chocolate Starfish, again on 9. Jill Fix-It, without an apostrophe, on 9. There's some brilliant names in here, by the way. Joe Exotic for President, Ben and Harana, well done, on 14. Isolation Desperation, you got 15. Captain Morgan's Bum, hello again. Annie, Jack, Rachel and Rafi, 15 out of 49. Carol's Husband tasted great. Yes, he did. She put that sardine oil all over him. 16 out of 49. Well done, Joe and Emma. Walt Quisney. Get back to watching Quisney Plus. You need to brush up on your skills there on 16 as well. Let's have a look who we got else here. Secret Belly Button Fetish. Oh dear. 19 out of 49. Well done. Joe Exotic Stroke by Tiger on 20. The Quizners of Azkaban, 22. Gammon and Stacey, falling down the leaderboard a bit. Better luck next time, guys. 22 out of 49. Covidiots, the first winners, 22 out of 49. What's gone on? What's gone on, guys? Come on. Quarantine, 23 out of 49. And Covideo killed the radio star. Love that name. 23 out of 49. Chodvid 19, 23 as well. And well done, Panic at the Tesco on 24. Good for a 2-person team there. Quentin Quarantino on 25. And Chief Medical Officer Chris Whitty. Love that one. 25 as well. Like, there's so many teams. I can't go through all of them. But honestly, a massive thank you to absolutely everyone that played this week. We know we've had some teething problems again. We are working through it as best we can. It's all a bit manic, to be honest, because there's only a couple of us doing it. And we all have jobs as well, and it's all crazy. But we love doing this quiz for you every week, and we're going to keep doing it as long as we need to. Maybe even once we're allowed outside. I quite like sitting in my office getting drunk. So we might keep going then. Remember, you can give us a donation. Just click the button that says raffle tickets. There's an option to donate there. Thank you to everyone that has donated. Thank you to everyone that bought raffle tickets. You really are keeping this going. We'll be back same time next week. Hopefully all the little bugs that we found this week will be ironed out. We know there was some problems with the first round. We are sorry about that. We're working on it. We'll be back better than ever. Maybe with new graphics. Maybe just maybe next week, I will wear a new shirt. No promises though. Thank you all for playing. Remember, click that donate button. We'll be back. And just thank you. Stay safe, everybody. Stay indoors. Go outside as long as you stay 2 meters away from absolutely every point. Don't worry, Joe, from the Zion Resistance Movement. I know it's a Matrix reference. It's just I skipped through a couple of the names. But yeah, please, do come back next week. We love having you all here. What do you want to see? Let us know. We'll see what we can do. Thank you to everyone new. Thank you to everyone returning. Stay safe. Enjoy your time inside. New episode of The Mandalorian's out. Enjoy it. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.